Hey y'all, welcome back to the channel. It is Remedi. Welcome to the Remediation, where we discuss various topics and I give advice and things of that nature. So today we have another strawberry letter. I'm gonna do a reading on that. If you guys are enjoying the content, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And if you would like a reading done by me, I have my contact information listed in the description box below. You can also sign up on my website. That will also be linked down below. And I'm giving out free readings, so you can sign up for a free reading on my website. So yeah, if you want to support the channel, just make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and we're gonna get right on into the video. All right, so let's see here. So this one says, should I leave my 6-year relationship? I've been with my partner for 6 years, and lately I've been questioning whether we're going through a rough patch or if we've grown apart. Over time, we've let a lot of the small issues slide. Things like lack of communication, not spending quality time together, or me always being the one to initiate cleaning, planning dates, or resolving conflicts. Now those small things feel like big, heavy problems. We recently took some space from each other after I found out he had been hiding things from me, not cheating, but still dishonest, and I honestly feel a bit relieved to have that distance. I was tired of begging for help or asking to be prioritized. Now that the space is over, things feel off again. I have a feeling that we may go back into this cycle again. Maybe I just need some time to readjust, or we didn't take enough space. I love him, and I know relationships go through hard times, but I'm questioning if I'm staying out of love or just out of history and comfort. Has anyone been through something similar? How do you know when to keep working at it and when it's time to let go? So right off the bat, I'm gonna just let you know that life is too short, okay? I've been in a situation. I was not in a situation for 6 years. That's just not gonna be me. Yes, relationships go through their rough patches, but I believe the hallmark of a good relationship is being able to get through those rough patches. And it just doesn't seem like you guys are playing on the same team. It kind of seems like you're the only one, very present in the relationship. I feel like he's clocked out a long time ago. And I honestly feel like, if I'm being very blunt with you, before we even draw any cards, I'm going to go ahead and be very blunt with you that I feel like you are just a seat warmer at this point. I feel like he's clocked out a long time ago. He doesn't care to resolve conflicts. He doesn't care to bring the spark back. He doesn't care to even initiate cleaning. I mean, I'm assuming you guys live together. He's already emotionally clocked out. And a lot of the times, men can be a little bit more emotional, mixed with not really knowing how to voice their feelings, and how maybe what you said in the past or what you did in the past, how that affected them. And so he might be holding on to this grudge, but we're going to see when we draw the cards. But a lot of the times that could be that, and sometimes it's hard for them to transmute those feelings and those energies and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, you're not his mom. He's a grown man. It's been 6 years. Okay, life is too short. And at this point, you're not doing yourself a service by staying if he's not putting in the same effort or even carrying the same concerns as you. So I'd feel like at this point, just go ahead and, start stashing your money, making your exit plan, because life is too short. Like, are you just going to be unhappy with this guy forever? Like, usually when guys, I don't want to say like verbatim, but like when somebody wants to change, they will change if they want to change. But you're not really, you're still there. So there's no real like benefit to him changing, because you're still around, you're still there, you're still trying. At least one person is trying, and since you're the one trying and doing most of the work and most of the heavy lifting, he feels like he doesn't have to do anything. So that's just my little 2 cents without the cards, but we're gonna go ahead and draw the cards anyway. So let's see. Okay, we have destiny, we have conflict and defeat, we have rest and rejuvenate, we have patience and planning, we have transformation, and we have triumphant success. Alrighty. Alright, so just seeing the spread, I can easily tell your energy apart from his energy, and obviously this is his energy over here, so I'm gonna just create a little space in between. This is triumphant success by right here in the corner. So I'm just gonna let y'all see, because yeah. And then this is your energy over here. So first and foremost, this is going to sound very cliche and very corny, but it's literally not you. It's literally him. Like, it's literally him. I feel like, I don't feel like there's anything inherently wrong with him, but I feel like he just is going through, he might be going through a spiritual awakening. He might be going through, like, who he was when you guys met is not who he was today. But since he made that commitment with you in the past, and you guys have been just kind of cruising along for this long, I feel like he is having mental conflicts with breaking it off with you, because he doesn't really have any good reason to, right? That's his dilemma. So he doesn't really want to be in a relationship with you anymore, but he doesn't really have a good reason other than he's just not feeling it. That's it. I feel like that is a good enough reason to cut it off, because I feel like, why stay in a relationship with somebody that you don't even want or like anymore, just to not look like the bad guy? Because you showing up, and you know, this is you showing up, like, you're literally, this is the relationship right here, and you're literally holding it up. You're literally the backbone of the relationship, why this relationship exists. So honestly, if you were to break up with him, I don't think he would even flinch, because he just doesn't want to be the one to do it. And then with this patience and planning, I feel like this is letting me know, I don't know, it's just giving me marital vibes. I feel like maybe you're waiting and hoping and sticking around, hoping that, like, all of the, let me see, I don't think you mentioned that he was your husband. Yeah, I feel like, because if he was your husband, you would have said your husband. I don't think you guys are married, but I think you're hoping that you guys will get married. So you're trying to see, like, stick it out and be patient, you know what I mean? But I don't think that's what's happening here. I think he literally just doesn't want to be with you anymore, because he's just not the same person he was when you guys first got together. He's, like, going through his own transformation, his own, like, dark night of the soul, which is basically like a healing process, kind of going within and healing trauma, wounds, and stuff like that. So I feel like he's not emotionally available, because he's going through all of this, like, inner stuff that he doesn't feel comfortable for whatever reason coming to you with. So he's kind of just, like, isolating himself, not really talking to you, probably having nightmares, mental conflict of breaking it off with you because he doesn't want to seem like the bad guy, and, you know, hoping that he can come out of this, because he doesn't feel good about treating you like this, but he just kind of can't help it. And I'm not trying to, like, defend him in any way. I do believe that if you know you're going through some shit, especially for that long, like, I don't know if, like, the whole entire 6 years has been like this, but I just feel like, first of all, why are you letting this man, on your end, why are you letting this man string you along for 6 years? That's like after year one, like after a year, honestly, for me personally, after like 3 to 6 months of like him not being emotionally available and like nothing like major happened, like he didn't lose a family member, nothing like traumatic happened within the time frame of our relationship that caused him to be this way or caused him to change, I would have been gone between 3 and 6 months. Like there's no reason why as an adult you can't communicate. And I feel like that was like one of the reasons why things aren't working, is because of lack of communication, like you said. But you can go through things. Everybody goes through things. But I feel like if you're just not emotionally available enough to be there for your partner, the very least you can do is let them free, right? It's like, why keep a beautiful, it's like keeping a peacock in a cage. Like, why keep it in the cage? Why not just like let it free? You get what I'm saying? I'm not sure why. If maybe he just doesn't want to be the bad guy, or if he just doesn't even have like the emotional capacity to like grieve anymore. I don't know exactly what's going on with him. Maybe we can pull more cards, because for you, I just feel like you as the woman are just refusing to like grow and see the situation for what it is. So yeah, I would definitely work on that. I would definitely work on your self-esteem issues, because like like life is just way too short. 6 years is a lot of freaking time. Like people go to college and come out with a freaking master's degree in 6 years. Like, girl, you could have became a whole freaking PhD in the time of the span of your relationship. Like, be so for real. Like, 6 years is a long time. So I'm really hoping that this wasn't going on the entire 6 years, but that's a long time. I'm gonna pull out some more cards on both ends and see what's going on. We're gonna pull out 2 cards for each person. Okay, we have material harvest. Prosperity begins. Girl, like literally your prosperity is being blocked by this man, because you're sitting up here all slumped out, worried about what he's doing, how he's feeling. Being stuck in a bad relationship or in a toxic relationship, it just hinders your growth. Because instead of like being focused on your purpose, your life's purpose, and focus on yourself, you're focused on somebody who's not even focused on you. They're just focused on themselves. And that's tough. But let's see what he got going on. Okay, we have spiritual union. Ooh, I was hoping that this card didn't come out, but it came out. And we have truth. I think he just doesn't feel like a connection. Like, I feel like after all of this time, like I said, who he was when you guys first got together, he was probably a different person. People change a lot in 6 years. I feel like he's just not the same person he was when you guys met, and he's like evolving and changing into something else, somebody else, whether that be, for good or for bad. He's evolving into somebody else. And I feel like because he feels like a different person, the new person that he is does not feel compatible with who you are. So that's just what I feel. That's what I'm getting. And he doesn't really know how to put that into words. That's really sad. I'm sorry, but like, yeah, he's not feeling the soulful connection. He's not feeling the soulmate energy. It's just not there, because if he was, like, the situation wouldn't look like this. Like, I'm just, keeping it a buck. It wouldn't look like this. And I feel like that deep down inside, in your intuition and your discernment that's not really fully awakened yet. And you feel that inside, and instead of for you to just accept it, you've just kind of been a shell of a person just in this situation, unhappy, because you clearly the issues. Like you said that you have to initiate cleaning, planning dates, and resolving conflicts. Girl, like, you're not his mom. You're not his mom. Okay, so I would just go ahead, pack your bags, and find somebody new, because like I said, life is too short. So I'm gonna give you some advice with this Modern Nirvana Oracle deck. I'm gonna go ahead and give you some advice from this deck. Let's see what we have here. All right, we have equanimity. Yep, sounds about right. There's the cord. So we're gonna just put it right here. Okay, so basically it says, if we look to the past as a teacher of the present, perhaps we can find presence in the way we relate to time. So I guess it's just, accepting the circumstances for what it is, and, taking what you learned from being with this person and applying it into your future endeavors with dating. If you choose to go back into the dating world, just, I mean, you're obviously, you already picked up some of the signs, you already picked up some red flags, and ask yourself this. This just came to mind. If your current partner, if you were dating somebody completely new and they're treating you right off the bat the same way that your current partner is treating you, how would you feel about it? Right? If you meet somebody tomorrow, somebody new, and they're treating you the same exact way that your partner is currently treating you, would you still give them the same grace? Probably not, right? So I think it's time to do some soul cleansing. I think it's time to do some emotional cleansing, and to really understand, maybe work on your third eye, do some third eye chakra activation, work on your throat chakra, activation. That's what I would recommend that you do. But that's the end of the reading. If you can relate, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. If you all would like a personal reading, I'm giving out free readings for first time clients. You can sign up for that on my website, which I'll link down in the description box below. And I also have my email as well as my phone number in the description box below if you guys are interested in supporting the channel and getting a personal reading from me, Remedi. This is the Remediation, and I hope you guys enjoy the content. If you guys did, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. All right, I will talk to y'all later.